Cork. Now this is the topic I wanted to open up with. This is the fun one, but it's on the back end of the show. It's fine. Data miners. We love them. We don't know who they are. They're a mysterious group of talented tech people that seems to be able to scrub through the code of each and every game that's ever come out, or platform, or console. You name it, they figure it out. Well, these so-called data miners found out something. And then, mind you, this isn't a rumor. This has been reported upon by Tom Henderson. Jez Corden has talked about it. There's been quite a few people. There's been quite a few stories written specifically about this, and it's happening. What am I talking about? Well, Black Ops 6, obviously, biggest game of the year. Most money it's going to make, probably ever. It's probably the best Call of Duty, at least in my opinion, in the last decade. It took this old man out of retirement to come back after potentially 2 freaking decades. And I am now on, I think I'm like three maps away from my second prestige. I haven't prestiged in 2 decades. And this game, it gets me. I have not finished the campaign. I'm not even halfway through. I'm saying maybe a third. And every time I start the campaign, I'm like, why aren't I playing multiplayer? Because I have to get to this, or I want to unlock this skin, or I want to do this. Well, it turns out that my hopes, dreams, and wishes for Xbox tapping the vein, Cork, of first party that they own is about to come true. Because according to these quote-unquote mystery data miners, they have found out that Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix, and Doom Guy are coming to Black Ops 6 as playable operators. But that's not the only one. And you heard me already talk about this. I might have let the cat out of the bag. I got to talk about Banjo-Kazooie. Because if you guys and gals remember a couple weeks ago, I believe I said it live on the air. Wouldn't it be cool to have a person, or a Black Ops character dressed up as Crash Bandicoot with the human face sticking out the middle, like he did when he was yelling at PlayStation with the bullhorn? Remember that? When he was yelling at Nintendo? Bah! That was an old school. That was old school marketing, which is kind of feels what Xbox is going to. I actually hope they do that. Honestly, I hope, but that was then, and now we're hearing Banjo-Kazooie. So is Banjo-Kazooie the most lovable character you can ever want to use or play? That's me. Run around and do finishing moves where you're stabbing people in the neck, slitting their throats, and then throwing their bodies off to the side like a sack of potatoes. That is what I need in my life. I don't know if that's what you need. I need that in my life. And I don't know if it's going to be a human wearing a Banjo-Kazooie like suit, which would be, I think, is the way to go personally, or it's actually going to be Banjo-Kazooie running around with an AK-47 and getting kill streaks. I mean, come on, folks. That success, Cork, literally writes itself. That is give them the Academy Award, please, because that would be brilliant. Again, does it matter to me, Cork, how much money they make? Nah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It just solidifies the fact that a game as important and as big and as popular as Black Ops 6 could get into the service of Game Pass and still sell 60% higher on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. And obviously, it's going to make gangbuster numbers when it launches on Switch. It's probably going to be a launch title, which is crazy. No, it doesn't really matter how much money they make. It just solidifies the fact that our service is going to be packed with games of this size because they could still make money everywhere else. Let's talk about Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix, and Doom Guy. Because, look, I think that they're going to sell. They got my money. I mean, they got my money already. I think everybody in the chat is going to pick one or all three. This is a Fortnite-like move. And we know how much money Fortnite makes. They are the masters of characters joining the fray. They do it great. They do it to great success. And everybody from age 8 to 60 is going to buy a character, whether it be the Ninja Turtles, whether it be Darth Vader, whether it be Indiana Jones, Kratos, Master Chief, you name it, it's been in Fortnite. This, I think, is a brilliant freaking move. Let's get your hot take.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been talking about this for, a lot of people have been talking about this since they started making acquisitions and things like that. Like, oh, think about what they could do for this game, adding these characters and these characters and these characters. Well, what's the perfect game that can appeal to the casual audience and can appeal to the hardcore audience as well? Call of Duty. It's the perfect avenue to put these characters that we've been talking about, like Marcus Phoenix, Doom Guy, Halo, Master Chief, and even Banjo-Kazooie or whatever, whoever you want to put in. Call of Duty, that's the avenue. That's the perfect avenue right there. I'm very curious on how that would work on other consoles. Because, for like PlayStation, if you guys noticed the Sea of Thieves, they took out the Halo. So the Sea of Thieves has a custom like Halo package that you could buy that like changes the figurehead to Master Chief and the sigil, the symbols on the sails and stuff would be the Master Chief logo, things like that. They would do cool stuff like that, but that's not in the PlayStation 5 Sea of Thieves. It's actively blocked. I think it makes it like a default one or changes it to a different one or something like that. So it'd be interesting to see how that happens on a different platform. I could definitely see Banjo or Doom Guy, things like that. But staples of Xbox will be interesting to see how that's handled. I'm all for it. I mean, bring as many Xbox characters as you can or as you want. Just gaming characters in general. We just got Spyro, we just got Crash, we just got the Spyro. Supposedly Crash might be coming soon. Let's get it in there. I think the idea is perfect with Banjo-Kazooie being in a suit, or even the cell shaded version of it would look really, really cool. If they really wanted to go old school, they could just import the models from, the old games, and then you're just, these big blocky characters running around. It would be fun. It works on all avenues. Just bring more in and, let the players decide. You can never have too much of something when it comes to these kind of things, especially when they're cosmetic, especially when they don't change the gameplay in any meaningful way, to where it's paid to win. Just have fun with it. And I think this is exactly what Xbox needs. It fits their brand type perfectly of just having fun and just getting in there and just playing games. And especially games, especially from characters and IPs that you love. We've all been talking about it. They need to revive some of these IPs. They have these IPs. Well, this is how you can get it started. And especially with such a powerhouse of Call of Duty that casuals are going to see, that hardcore fans are going to see on all platforms almost. Do it. It hurts nobody. It just brings in more revenue for Xbox, and it appeases those hardcore fans that have been asking for this. So I don't see a loss here. I don't see it as a negative. Just bring it in, have fun with it.
But Fuzzy, I want to talk to you about this collaboration with Black Ops 6. Again, it's a money-making scheme. You can call it whatever you want. They want to pull us from our dollars. But I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm so invested in Black Ops 6 multiplayer that knowing that I might be able to play Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix, or Doom Guy at a click of a button, I'm good. They're going to get my money. I think that this is something that if there's anybody that's a diehard Xbox fan like us, have been saying that they need to do more of. They need to tap into the vein of what Xbox is. These characters are Xbox. Black Ops 6 is Xbox. Yes, it's multiplat, but they own the IP. They need to do more. I love this. I cannot wait for this to be officially announced. Let's get your thoughts.
I think, like you said, they should do a lot more of this. I was just thinking, I mean, they've already had like the Warthog and Forza Horizon and things along those lines, but having, any of the, Xbox or Microsoft gaming IPs in things like Call of Duty is the next logical step. maybe do some incentive, like if you already own the game or have access to the game, or you have the DLC, like if you pre-ordered, the DLC for, Starfield, maybe you get the spacesuit or something along those lines. Like I really think they need to look at all avenues of this across all of their games. But Call of Duty being probably their biggest one, or actually being their biggest one right now, it's a must-have type of deal. Having Marcus Phoenix, having Master Chief in there, having Doom Guy in there, they need to do more collabs amongst those characters themselves. Like I still think they need to do like a Halo and Doom Guy, collab at some point. But having those characters, hopefully that's just the start. Whoever said for like Joanna Dark makes perfect sense. Definitely something they should consider as well. For zombies, although they're not really characters that you create, but there are some legacy characters that appear in like the main story quest for like State of Decay. Have some of those in there as well, or something similar, or some of the clothing items like the t-shirts and things like that. Collabs amongst their studios needs to happen more frequently, and if this is the start, Call of Duty is the perfect place to give that a go. And we'll see how far this goes, as far as if it's something that they continue to do, or package it in like the season pass or something like that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a great way to introduce characters of yesteryear to a new audience. Call of Duty is still, quote unquote, for an old man, hip to a lot of these young kids. Yeah, I get it. Maybe it's not as important as it was 20 years ago, right? Because back then, Fortnite's and Apex Legends and all these free-to-play games, they didn't exist. But it's still, I mean, look, Warzone, still free to play. Lots of teenagers and people in their late teens, early 20s play Warzone, right? It's free to play. Does playing Warzone get you into Black Ops 6? Potentially, for sure. But these characters, and this is where I think it's brilliant. We know for a fact that Master Chief and the Halo franchise is not only being reworked, potentially even rebooted, but we know that there's multiple projects in development. Master Chief as a character was in Fortnite. Now, again, maybe a 13-year-old has no idea or even cares what Halo is. But they're going to see someone running around the battlefield of Fortnite dressed as Master Chief, like, whoa, what is that? And they might be interested. And now, obviously, if they play Fortnite, they know about Apex Legends, but they also know about Warzone, and they know about Call of Duty. So, interestingly enough, these particular characters have something in development. That's why it's brilliant. Master Chief has a game coming out potentially as a launch title for the new Xbox in 26. That's my thoughts and theories, not a confirmation. Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago are coming back, including their original voice actors, for Gears E-Day. Now, is that next year or is that saved for 2026? I don't know. Right? Doom Guy. Doom has a game coming out on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and potentially Switch 2 next year. Doom the Dark Ages. So how do you get people excited for these games that they may not even know what it is? Well, you put their characters into a very popular game that everybody is talking about and playing. Again, this is the credit that Xbox doesn't get. Now, they have not been officially announced. This is data mined information. And could it possibly be wrong? Sure. Is it likely that this is happening? Pretty much. Yeah. And again, I don't think you get Tom Henderson, Tom Warren, and the other prominent members of the journalistic community to report on this if they don't have someone that they've spoken to put it out there.